louder on. Well, I'm just watching this amazing video about Aretha Franklin. Well, I think everyone here's to find out. Well, that wonderful video, I hope everyone's okay by the way, but that wonderful video was a live video of Aretha Franklin. She was playing a song by Carole King. Does anyone remember who she is? From another presentation?
Yeah.
She was the same, who was she? Go on. Do you remember who she was? No, not you, Will. Nobody but you.
She was the one that wrote the commission.
Exactly. Bingo. Bingo. Connection. Bit connection. She gets a point. Okay. So, our song that we got given was I Say a Little Prayer by Aretha Franklin. I Say a Little Prayer for You was written by Burt Bacharach and Hal David in 1967. So actually, for everyone who thinks it's a Aretha Franklin song, it actually isn't. It was produced by Burt Bacharach and Hal David. It was sung by Diane Warwick, and her version of I Say a Little Prayer is a more polished, elegant version. It reflects the signature style of Burt Bacharach and Hal David. Her vocals are very smooth, unlike Aretha Franklin's, which is very like, you know, she's a diva, you know. The arrangement features arrangement features tight orchestration with brass string and rhythm sections that gives the song a sophisticated feel. Everything in Warwick's version is refined, emphasizing control. A graceful expression of love that feels intimate and personal. Now we're going on to Aretha Franklin's version, the more famous version arguably, and probably better. Aretha Franklin's 1968 rendition transforms the song into a jubilant, gospel-infused celebration. Her vocals, her version is built on a... Oh, hello, you're right. Her version is built on a stronger rhythmic foundation driven by piano, horns, a soulful corner response vocals. Aretha's interpretation is more impassioned and obviously it feels more conveying than the original version. She turns the quiet prayer of Warwick's version into a song filled with much more joy and faith. It's very much more faster and it's very much more groove filled. It feels more soulful and gospel-like. If we could just play the verse of the Diane Warwick version, we'll complete it in a minute.
Glenn's just used Confused.com and doesn't have the thought of home insurance weighing him down anymore.
Can't believe we're getting married.
What?
I don't know.
I can't believe we're getting married.
I can't believe we're getting married. It's insane. Yeah, if you want to. Who said that?
Frankie.
It's a deal.
Hey, he's doing it on me. Shit, I forgot that.
Some technical difficulties. Apologies for that. Okay, now we'll play the verse.
The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. Walk on with my hair now, and wondering what dress to wear now. I say a little prayer for you.
We can just pause it there. Can anyone already notice anything that's like, you know, about that song? You know, what things like we said? Go on. No backing vocals, that's good, go on.
Quicker.
It's very quick, we'll get onto that later, go on.
It's like proper soft.
Yeah, it's very, very soft, yeah. It does sound lovely, yeah. And we'll play the Aretha Franklin version, and I'll ask if you guys can spot any differences between them. So, can anyone tell me any differences that they heard in them two versions? Say again? I agree. Anyone else? Go on.
There's a big difference in like tonality.
Yeah. Backing vocals, yes, well said. Anyone else? Okay. Well, we'd like to decipher the verse a little bit. Maybe we can get some people, you know, we've got a podcast here that you guys can listen to for a bit.
An American, but the most with his tree. The Leader by Brubeck's former percussionist Carl Chader.
Is this the right one?
Hold up.
It does say accredited. Okay.
Well,
When we put it on, it was different. So that is just a stupid website. Okay, well, we get our performers to do it. I mean, does anyone want to speak about their performance? Maybe the pianist, you want to speak about the verse?
Okay, so the verse starts on an F minor. It then goes to a B minor. Down to an E. And up to an A7. D. And then C sharp. And then that just repeats.
Anyone else vocals?
The lyrics are very well written by David, and they connect to the flow really well. And the lyrics are about a woman who's deeply in love and is continuously praying for her partner's well-being, especially while he's away.
Doris, you want to add anything?
Just the same chords as the piano.
Yeah, it's very. I'd like to say it's very like bossa nova. It's kind of just. It's not like a sort of jazzy. Like the Diane Warwick version, is very jazzy. But then Aretha Franklin changed it to very like bossa nova type thing. I'd like to show a bit of the drums for that verse bit. So the drums for this part, this bit's quite simple compared to the rest of the song. It just starts as a.
Hey Joe, what are the time signatures for the song?
Don't ask me that question. I don't like that question.
Wouldn't our amazing podcast tell us as well?
I hope so. Come on, play the podcast.
This episode is about, though we're not going to get to that for a little while yet. We've not talked much about Burt Bacharach in this series so far, but he is one of those figures who has come up a few times in the periphery layer. Break it down into bars. But here I actually had to purchase a copy of the sheet music in order to be sure I was right about what's going on. I'm going to count beats along with the record here so you can see what I mean. The verse has 3 bars of 4/4, 1 bar of 2/4, and 3 more bars of 4/4, all repeated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. While the chorus has a bar of 4/4, a bar of 3/4, but with a couple.
So he was just basically adding on to what we said, and obviously more about the time signatures. Speaking of time signatures, maybe we should go and listen to the choruses of both, because the pain in the backside, I'll say that. We'll play the Diane Warwick version first. As you see, it's already very, very fast. We'll play the Aretha Franklin version. noticed, but there is some very odd time signatures in there. Before we play the podcast for the chorus part, I just want to add one way I count it is I count it as 2 bars of 4 and then a bar of 3. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is just during the chorus because it's other people count it differently, but obviously that's down to interpretation. Would any other musicians like to add anything? Please go on. Yeah.
Okay, chorus. A bit different from the verse, but same sort of chords. So it starts on a D, then an E, C sharp, F minor, and then an A. And again, that just repeats.
Singers, you want to talk about how all everything interweaves, you know?
I'd like to talk about the backing harmonies. The layering of the high and the low backing harmonies, like blended together, add a lot more emotion into the song, and it kind of gives off more of an emotive feel to what Aretha's trying to bring across, like the message she's trying to give. Yeah.
The guitar part, I don't know Ollie's part, I know my part. Same as the piano, D, to E, then the F sharp minor, and then C sharp, and then F sharp. So that bit where it goes, that's just to the G major.
Okay. I'll show on the drums to obviously show the old timing. Back in there again. So I won't play it loudly. I'll play it quietly so you kind of count along. So it's I'll play it from the field. You can kind of hear the audience like 1, 2, 3, 4. After that part, it gets to the which is if you listen to it, it sounds like a bar of 6, but it's kind of like a 6/4 type. It's very confusing. It's kind of like it plays a 6 beat over a bar of 4, which is very strange. But yes, we shall now diverse more into Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin was a true queen of her era, doing what she wanted when she wanted. As I said earlier, she's very much a diva. Well, don't slay. We'll now go on to the heartbreaking true story of her.
Aretha Franklin was the queen of soul, and her talents knew few limits. No matter what life threw at her, she stayed strong and never apologized. This is the heartbreaking true story of Aretha Franklin. Born in Memphis, Tennessee on March 25, 1942, to Barbara Siggers and Reverend C.L. Franklin, Aretha Louise Franklin and her family moved to Buffalo, New York briefly before settling down in Detroit, Michigan. Her father had become a Baptist circuit preacher by the age of 18, and in Detroit, he worked as a minister at New Bethel Baptist Church. Franklin's family in Detroit initially consisted of her parents, 2 sisters, a brother, and a half-brother on her mother's side. But after just a few years in Detroit, Siggers ended her relationship with Franklin's father and moved back to Buffalo. Despite the breakup of her parents' marriage, Franklin continued to see her mother during the summers, and Siggers often visited the children in Detroit. However, even though Franklin expressed an interest in living with her mother, her father made it clear that that wasn't an option. Tragically, in 1952, Siggers died of a heart attack when Franklin was just 10 years old. Both of Aretha Franklin's parents were talented gospel singers, and Franklin's mother was also a skilled pianist. Her parents' devotion to music gave Franklin an early entrance into the world of gospel singing, and due to her father's role in the church, Franklin joined the choir when she was just a toddler. According to Rolling Stone, Aretha, along with her 2 sisters, Irma and Carolyn, had significant musical talents. However, when a piano teacher was hired for Franklin, she hid from the teacher. Later in her life, Franklin...
So as you can hear, Aretha Franklin's parents were very into, gospel singers, so that explains her style. I'd now like the singers to talk about Aretha Franklin.
So, Aretha Franklin, often called the Queen of Soul, was an American singer-songwriter and pianist whose powerful voice and emotional depth made her one of the most influential musicians of all time.
Born in 1942 in Memphis, Tennessee, and raised in Detroit, she began singing gospel in her father's church before rising to fame in the 1960s with hits like Respect, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, and Think.
Her music blended soul, gospel, R&B, and pop, and she became a symbol of strength, pride, and empowerment, especially for women and the African American community. Throughout her career, Franklin earned numerous awards, including 18 Grammys, and her legacy continues to inspire artists around the world.
We'd like to show you this video, obviously going more into the details of how Aretha Franklin became a diva and a legend.
It's a personal friend.
Atlanta, famous pimp, and his antics that ruined this record. In January 1967, Jerry Wexler, an Atlantic Records producer, took Aretha to Alabama to record what would become her first Atlantic LP at the famed Fame recording studio, with backing that more suited Franklin's voice. It was on January 24th, 1967, that Aretha recorded the song that would catapult her out of the background. Now, at this point, I could interject and discuss her first husband, Ted White, famous pimp, and his antics that ruined this recording session, but I will not give him the time of day. The session at Fame Studios had to be relocated to New York, where Aretha finished recording Do Right Woman, Do Right Man, and laid down some more tracks for her debut Atlantic LP. I Never Loved a Man, The Way That I Love You was released as a single in February 1967. It was her first crossover hit, selling 250,000 copies in its first 2 weeks of release, setting records for Atlantic.
We would like to just show some more appreciation to the song with some Burt Bacharach. Burt Bacharach was an American composer and songwriter and pianist known for his sophisticated pop melodies and collaborations with lyricist Hal David. Together they created numerous hits in the 1960s to 70s for artists like Dionne Warwick. His musical background, however, is more in classical genres like avant-garde. Burt Bacharach got into jazz through a combination of classical training, early jazz influences, and his army service. Encouraged by his mother, he studied music at institutions like McGill University and the Maine School of Music. But as a teenager, he was drawn to jazz clubs, often using a fake ID to hear beat-bop legends like Dizzy Giuseppe. His interest in jazz was further cemented when he played piano and arranged music for army dance bands when he was in the army. And he began his professional career in the late 1950s, working in the Brill Building, a historic office building in New York City at 1619 Broadway. That is famous for being a hub for songwriters and musical publishers, obviously mentioned earlier. Although his background is more avant-garde and classical genres, he is a master of making commercial pop music. Some fun facts about Burt Bacharach. He was first introduced to piano by his mum. His favourite artist was Dizzy Giuseppe. He was in the army. His name was Burt. I don't know if you knew that. When he was 67, he was performing live with Noel Gallagher, obviously of the very mediocre band of Oasis.
Sorry?
He joined him on stage at the Royal Albert Hall. In a lot of his songs, you can hear his avant-garde and jazz influences. We'd like to show you this quick video about Burt Bacharach composing.
From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
When you do all these takes, is it ever true that when you go back and listen, that the first take actually turns out to be, even if there are flaws, the most exciting, or the...
Yeah, of course. Okay. Of course. And there are some things I've done that were there was just quite magic in this 2 takes, 3 takes, never went beyond. I did the Ron Isley album that I did with him, where I tried to reinvent a lot of these songs that had been done in a different way. And we took two rooms at Capitol Records, and Studio A and B, and joined them together and put the strings in one. Hey, we did Alfie on the first take, and that was it, you know?
Really?
Yeah. And because there was, they put him in a room, not baffle him off, put him where he's almost part of the orchestra. But that's
him who?
Ron Isley.
Okay.
Put Ron Isley out in the room. And that's an exceptional studio because you can do that. It's studio, I think Sinatra used to record in.
Did you have a mentor for the studio work? Or?
Video is easier to hear on headphones, my apologies.
Obviously, I'd like to link back to, Burt Bacharach Greatest Hits are definitely well known.